Welcome to this explainer. Look, I know for a fact that so many of you are just completely burnt out. You're tired of searching the web for ways to build wealth only to be hit with totally outdated advice or, the usual fake guru hype. It's incredibly frustrating trying to figure out what actually works right now. Well, today we're cutting right through all that internet noise. We're going to lay out a crystal clear step-by-step roadmap to building an online business in 2026 using AI. We're taking a structured approach to break down exactly what you need to do, and honestly, what's even more important, what you absolutely need to avoid.
Let's quickly run through our agenda for this climb. 1. Filtering out the trash. 2. The easy bucket, quick AI wins. 3. The medium bucket, outcome-based growth. 4. The hard bucket, building AI empires. And 5. The shiny object trap. We are climbing a literal ladder of progression today, all the way from the bottom to high-leverage empire building.
Section 1, filtering out the trash, and what absolutely not to do in 2026. Let's validate a major frustration right out of the gate here. $0. That is the income potential for our very first bucket, the trash bucket. Actually, scratch that. Following bad advice can easily push this number into the negative. It'll drain your savings and waste months of your life before you even realize the idea was basically dead on arrival. It is absolutely crucial to know what not to do before you spend a single minute building something new. Think about trying to drive a regular car across the Atlantic Ocean. That's what these opportunities are like. You're going to drown because you're in the completely wrong vehicle. The hype for NFT flipping, completely dead, multi-level marketing, just a leaderboard structure where you buy products to rank up. And stuff like basic subtitling, data entry, or those little Fiverr micro tasks. AI tools do this faster, cheaper, and way better now. They've totally replaced this manual work, so trying to compete there is literally just a race to the bottom. So, to make sure you don't fall for a bad idea, you have to run it through this simple 3-step trash filter. Just ask yourself, 1, is AI already replacing this work completely? 2, is the industry shrinking or going obsolete? And 3, is it easier to lose money than to make it? If you answer yes to any of those, run. Just drop the idea immediately. Do not let the illusion of easy money blind you to a decaying industry. Section 2, easy bucket, quick AI wins. Now we're talking. Let's look at where you can get your first real dollar online with just basic execution. $5,000 to $10,000 a month. Think about that for a second. By learning just basic AI skills, a complete beginner can unlock this earning potential in just 30 to 60 days. This bucket is all about simple skills and fast turnarounds. It's the perfect way to build your confidence, get cash flowing, and really learn the fundamentals of how to deliver value to real clients. Let's look at a few solid examples where you don't need a fancy degree. You can master a high-income skill like setting up an AI receptionist. Every small business owner is desperate to get their time back, right? If you use a simple AI tool to set up a chatbot that qualifies leads and fills their schedule, they will happily pay you because you're directly freeing them up to make more money. Or take short-form editing, clipping long videos for creators. Or UGC content, connecting real people to brands in a way traditional ads just can't match right now. Let me tell you about a guy named Mark. Mark went from zero experience, none, to making $30,000 a month. How? He approached companies, took their raw, long-form content, and just became a machine that spun out highly profitable short clips using AI. He scaled his freelance business insanely fast just by making a simple AI process repeatable. He turned fast execution into a high-income skill that entirely changed his life. But listen, to truly level up out of this beginner phase, you have to shift your mindset. You've got to stop selling your time and start making an outcome-based offer. If you're just doing basic chores on an hourly rate, you're stuck on a hamster wheel. You need to map your service to a very specific pain point, like saving a business 20 hours a week or bumping their sales by 10%, and charge for that final result. Section 3, medium bucket, outcome-based growth. This is where that mindset shift pays off, transitioning you from doing tasks to driving massive business growth. $10,000 to $50,000 a month. Now, this bucket might take 3 to 12 months to really build out because you're stacking multiple skills together. But this stability and the recurring revenue you create here, huge. By tying your pay directly to a measurable business outcome, you make yourself completely invaluable. The secret sauce in this medium bucket is selling an outcome on a predictable monthly retainer. Take automation agencies. Businesses are literally drowning in repetitive manual tasks. Stepping in and solving that at scale with AI, you make them money quickly and your own business becomes bulletproof. Or an AI content agency. Producing high-volume content fast gives brands a massive competitive edge, and they'll gladly pay you recurring revenue to keep that edge sharp. Taking ownership of those bigger problems is exactly how someone like Sam didn't just get a paycheck, but was basically handed the keys to a Porsche GT4. He didn't wait around for step-by-step instructions. He looked at the major outcome the business needed, took full ownership, and just delivered the result. When you take complex problems entirely off a client's plate so they can focus on growth, your value just absolutely skyrockets. Section 4. Hard Bucket. Building AI Empires. Okay, if you want to build something way bigger than yourself, an actual sellable asset, this is for you. 1 million plus per month. Yeah, you heard that right. This is the ultimate goal. It might take 2 to 10 years of your life, and it's incredibly difficult. It requires real systems, team leadership, and crazy long-term thinking. But the value you create here, we're talking multi-generational, life-changing wealth. These models create true enterprise value, the kind where a buyer will pay 10 to 50 times your top-line revenue to buy you out. Like buying small businesses, you acquire an existing company, automate half the operations with AI, and your profit margins explode without adding a single employee. Or how about licensing AI playbooks? Most businesses don't even realize their refined AI prompts are valuable intellectual property. You can literally package those systems up, license them out, and generate massive passive income. And hey, you don't even have to invent the next crazy tech startup. Look at Jason. He bought an old, super boring campground. He completely revolutionized it just by layering in AI booking and management software. Buying a tired, traditional brick-and-mortar business and automating the overhead with AI is genuinely one of the greatest, most overlooked wealth creation strategies out there today. It literally prints cash. But let's be real for a second. Massive success takes time. You almost never get that sudden hockey stick growth without slogging through the flat, difficult early years. 7 years of grinding before finding real traction. It takes heavy investment, constant tweaking, and relentless commitment through the hard times to finally be in a position to sell an asset and achieve true financial freedom. If you are ready to tackle this hard bucket, here are your rules for empire building. Tie your skills to a fast-growing industry and systemize around a very specific outcome. Build your first 12 team members incredibly slowly. Let AI do the heavy lifting to increase margins way before you ever add headcount. And finally, use organic content to create inbound deal flow so opportunities come to you instead of you constantly chasing cold leads. Section 5, the shiny object trap. Look, none of these buckets matter if you fall into the trap that destroys more online businesses than anything else. There's this profound saying, winners lose more than losers, by definition of being a winner. I absolutely love that. The reason people fail isn't because they pick the wrong bucket or they aren't smart enough. It's because they jump from idea to idea every few weeks. Shiny object syndrome. You hit a roadblock, it feels demoralizing, so you just reset and try a brand new business model. No, you have to stay in the game long enough to take the hits, learn the lessons, and actually win. So how do you beat this trap? Pick one course. Commit to it relentlessly. A full 1,000 days of absolute focus. And document your journey in public. When you build in public, people are waiting for your next update. That external pressure forces you to stay consistent. It anchors you when the storms hit, so you don't just jump ship when things inevitably get hard. The ultimate separator in 2026 is simply the people who show up and do the work. So here's my final question for you. Are you ready to commit to your 1,000 days of focus? It is time to stop passively listening to advice and just putting it on a shelf. Pick your bucket, execute with AI, and focus relentlessly until you get the results you deserve. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll see you in the next one.